In this video tutorial, I will show you how to create a method that will return a user by his or her username. To do this, as usual, first we will start with creating a route name for our web API method. And a route name for our web API method that's going to return a user by his username will be user forward slash the username within our curly braces because that's going to change, and that's it for our route name. Now let's write our method. So once again, this method is going to be an asynchronous method which is going to run in the background on a separate thread. And we will return an object of type IHTTP action result. Now let's name this method get user by name. Since we want to get the user by name, we need to specify what is the name of the user. So let's pass a parameter of type string and name that parameter as username. We will provide this parameter username when we are calling this web API method. Now let's write our method. Firstly, let's create a variable that will store the result that we get from our database. So we will use the await keyword to hold the result till the time it's been requested. And we will call our instance of app user manager, and then we will call the method that will help us to find a user by his or her name. So the method that is provided to us is find by name async, and then we will pass the parameter username to that method. We will then write a condition as we did previously in our method to get user by ID. If our user is not equal to null, so if our result has something and it's not null, that means our app user manager did get a user by the provided username. So we will return an OK response, and within our OK response we are going to have control over what we are returning once again. So we will use the this dot our model factory instance and then call the create method as we did previously in our user ID to have control over what information is being returned, and we'll pass the user that's of type application user. Now if the result was null, we are going to return not found response to our client. And that's it for our web API method to get user by his username. So let's run our application and then call the user by his or her username. So first of all, let's call our API controller accounts.user forward slash, and we will call the user by the username. So our user's username is TechHowdy. So I'm going to copy this and let's call TechHowdy. So that is enter, and you can see that we get the information of TechHowdy. I can just copy this here once again, try to call it from another browser window, hit enter, so I still get the same result. So that's it for our web API method to get user by his or her username. In the next video tutorial, we will learn how we can secure our web API using OAuth 2 authentication. Now, if you did notice that anybody who has access or who uses this URL API forward slash accounts forward slash user forward slash techhowdy, that's the username, can see the results of our web API response. Now, this is not something that is secure, and we need to provide some kind of security layer from everyone else other than the user or the admin from seeing this information. And we will learn about security as we progress in our next video tutorial. So for now, thank you for watching. Have a good day.